On the first day of the woman's wedding, her sister-in-law tried to embarrass her for being a bride from the countryside. Just then, someone rushed in, saying a man outside was speaking a foreign language and needed help urgently. The sister-in-law took the chance to suggest that the bride should go handle it. The groom immediately realized his sister was up to no good again, and being a translator himself, offered to step in. But the sister-in-law insisted that the family now mingled with high-profile guests, and such situations would happen often in the future. She questioned whether her brother planned to handle them all himself. She emphasized that since the bride was now part of the family, it was her duty to entertain the guests. The woman instantly saw through her scheme, but still smiled and agreed politely. As she stepped outside, she saw a Chinese man speaking only French, frantically gesturing, hoping someone could understand him. The sister-in-law sneered, thinking to herself that even as a vocational school graduate she couldn't understand it, so how could this country girl possibly know French? But in the next second, the woman responded fluently, leaving the sister-in-law fuming with embarrassment. She couldn't believe that this so-called country bumpkin, who had supposedly never even gone to school, could speak French. What she didn't know was that the woman had traveled from the modern era. She had been a powerful CEO in her time, but after a company celebration, she was caught in an elevator malfunction and woke up in the body of a widow. When she opened her eyes, a drugged man had stumbled into her room by mistake. The next morning, she woke up with no clothes on and assumed she had been taken advantage of at the party. But as soon as she stepped outside, she realized she was no longer in the modern world. A piercing headache brought back the original owner's memories. She realized she had become a widow in the 1980s. The original owner had the same name as her. Her husband, dying of illness, chose to divorce her so she wouldn't be burdened. While she was working in the fields, villagers came running to say the man had died. His elderly adoptive mother blamed her for everything and threw her out. The woman checked into an inn, heartbroken and ready to end her life. But fate intervened, and the CEO from the modern world took over. 3 months later, the woman was 3 months pregnant. Then her husband's biological parents showed up, hoping she would marry their younger son to give the unborn child and their 5-year-old granddaughter a proper home. But the younger son, young and arrogant, refused to marry a rural woman with a child. At that moment, the eldest son returned and immediately recognized the woman as the one who had saved him that night. Hearing she was 3 months pregnant, he instantly realized the child was his. He stated on the spot that he would marry her. The woman hesitated, worried the child's origin couldn't be explained, but the man saw through her concern and said he already knew everything. The woman was instantly on guard, not expecting him to have figured it out, but realizing she needed someone to rely on in this unfamiliar era and that he didn't mind her past, she finally agreed to the marriage. The man was overjoyed. The next day, the whole family went to a Cantonese restaurant for a meal. The mother-in-law introduced her foster daughter, the child of her husband's comrade who had died in service. She had raised her as her own daughter. This younger sister-in-law had always secretly loved her older brother. When she returned from a trip and found out her brother had married a woman from the countryside, she was furious.